Today, when we face a vast expanse of water, we barely even slow down. We rely on towering steel bridges and motorized ferries to cross rivers that span miles across. But step back a few thousand years. A river like the Yamuna served as an untamed, imposing geographical wall. This was the exact barrier facing Lord Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana at the very beginning of their 14-year exile. They had already left the safety of Ayodhya and navigated the mighty currents of the Ganga. Now they were high-profile wanderers in deep wilderness. They urgently needed a secure, long-term sanctuary where they could survive the years ahead. To reach that refuge, they had to conquer unbridged terrain of ancient India, relying entirely on nature and their own physical endurance. The major turning point of their early journey happened right here, at Prayagraj. After arriving at the ashram of sage Bharadwaj, their grueling trek found a clear direction. Bharadwaj gave them a calculated route, a spiritual map upgrading their journey into a targeted expedition. The map directs them across the perilous Yamuna river currents, pointing toward a specific safe zone, the mountains of Chitrakoot. Before making that push, the trio stood at the Triveni Sangam, the confluence of rivers. They took in this serene but vast expanse of water, aware of the physical challenge waiting on the opposite bank. Choosing to cross the Yamuna right then was a profound test of faith. It meant suppressing the natural instinct, to avoid dangerous waters and trusting their mentor's strategic vision. When it came to the actual crossing, they had no access to advanced vessels. They relied on the natural, rudimentary watercraft and traditional means of the era to reach the other side. Their earlier crossing of the Ganga was aided by the devotion of Kevat the boatman. Crossing the Yamuna, however, presented a much more raw and self-reliant challenge, as the physical demands of their exile escalated. This map shows the modern archaeological footprint of that ancient lore. Researchers have mapped out hundreds of locations from the Ramayana era across the subcontinent. When we filter this data for the early exile years, a logical chain emerges. The surviving markers connect Prayagraj directly to Chitrakoot, matching the sage's route. This physical trail places the ancient narrative within a landscape of verified coordinates, providing a traceable geographical framework for the expedition. A moment of wonder. They successfully navigated those deep currents and finally arrived in the lush environment of the Chitrakoot Mountains. It was the sanctuary they had been seeking. Lord Rama spent about 11 years living in these forests. This enduring presence left a lasting civilizational footprint that defines the region's identity today. Those 11 years of peace were possible because they chose to cross the river. The wide Yamuna acted as a natural protective moat. There is a powerful lesson embedded in this geography. The Yamuna represents the seemingly impassable obstacles and transitions we inevitably face in our own lives. Conquering those overwhelming barriers is rarely something we can do entirely on our own. It requires the precise guidance of a mentor who can draw us a reliable map. Navigating your own period of exile takes two specific things: the physical courage to step into the deep water and the humility to follow the directions laid out by those who are wiser than you. Have you visited the sacred lands of Chitrakoot and seen where Lord Rama built his sanctuary? Drop a Jai Shri Ram in the comments below and share your experience. And if you want to explore more geographical mysteries hidden inside our ancient epics, make sure to subscribe to Divya Drisha 18. See you in the next video!